We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and
To a man, the Pelicans looking intent on getting a win. And with... Well, guys, doing it all, D.A. Thanks. And here's a look at some numbers for Ayton.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ingram in its small forward. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Booker. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. 6 on the shot clock. Johnson kicks to Bridges. Goes up the baseline. The shot, no good. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Sacramento.
How about Drew Holiday? Unselfish, team-first player. Love that from the guard position.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
And it's Williamson missing. Booker outside. He dishes it to Johnson. Passes it to Bridges. Ball against Rubio. Back to Bridges. Booker outside. Over Holiday. That's good from Booker on the assist from Rubio. And Drew Holiday, one of the 3 brothers playing in the NBA at the same time. Greg, how often do you see that?
I mean, we had the Plumleys for a while there, but the Holidays, probably the most notable example. Aaron, Drew, and Justin, a basketball dynasty in one generation.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Williamson with it. Johnson on him. And that one's good. Williamson.
And Williamson, such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint, can get anything he wants in that paint.
Rubio, the pass to Booker. He kicks to Johnson. Back to Booker. Fires, high post. They get it back. Ayton dishes to Bridges. Ingram with the steal. Here's Holiday. Here's Ball. It's Williamson, top of the key. Here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Kings in Sacramento.
And he also controlled the backboard as well. I mean, he really did a terrific job. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Here's Hart. Second chance shot. Hayes trying to break free. Hart, no good. The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the first one at the line is good. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
You wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
And the EuroLeague's top scorer last season, Nicolo Melli, had turned down some NBA offers in the past, decides to make the leap to join the Pelicans and gives them a highly skilled player in that front court.
And Phoenix making a change here. Kaminsky's checked in. Here's Jerome. Carter with the 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
and they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, Reddick. Pass to Hayes. The dish now to Reddick. Takes a 3. 5 on the clock. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Carter. Phoenix leading by 3.
Interesting that Phoenix has gone through all these different iterations since the loss of Hall of Famer Steve Nash, but this young core potentially coming together where they've bookended their front court and their back court with Ayton and Booker.
Okafor is checked in for Hayes. Reddick with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Stolen by Jackson. Pass to Reddick. Rebound by the Suns. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
And Okafor slams it in.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Here's Jerome. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And the anticipation of Saric. Outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
Reddick with the bucket. Here's Jerome. And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Yeah, they were going right at the opponent here and forcing their hand. I mean, like literally making them foul them.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Frank Kaminsky is out there with Dario Saric. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The putback, Carter, and 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Okafor, high post. Baines is there. Jackson passes to Reddick. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Carter. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Jerome. The shot comes out. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. And that game will be 4 out of 5 on the road for the team. Back to Okafor. And the pass to Hart. And Baines pulls it down. The Suns trailing. Here's Jerome. And the layup's good off the glass. Each team has a catalyst, Brent. Some guys are ball dominant, who play within the flow of the offense. Is there one approach better than the other?
Obviously, great coaches, Kevin, are going to find what it is that their best player does well. And as many times as I could get my best player into that situation, that's what I'm going to do. So if it's Harden in isolation, James Harden's going to be in isolation. If it's Steph Curry setting off-ball screens and relocating for threes, well, I'm going to do that too. So it all comes down to a fit with the player, his skill set, and how the coach wants to use that best.
Here's Jackson off with the layup. Suns have gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And Okafor with the block. Here's Hart. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Hart's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pelicans. Carter against Redick. Passes it to Baines. Back to Carter. Deflects the pass. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Hart the pass to Redick. Outside Jackson. Back to Redick. Inside. Pass to Hart. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Out to Saric. Back to Kaminsky. Clock at 6. Pulls up. High post. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Hart. Back to Okafor. It's Redick on the wing. Now the pass to Okafor. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Suns. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
Yeah, really ratcheted up the pressure in their last matchup, getting steals and just creating havoc defensively.
The turnover margin was well within their favor, and you have to point to that ferocious D they played as the biggest factor in that win.
New Orleans in the lead.
Pick up the pace, get the 2 for 1 here.
Be smart, but execute at the same time. Let's see what they do.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Carter looking around. Dishes it to Kaminsky. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Kaminsky's got 5 now.
Does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Here's Hart from deep, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. New Orleans. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A competitive matchup for New Orleans in the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. They trail by 1. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the 1. And here's Booker from the arc. They get it again. Ayton kicks to Booker for the lead. And the Suns miss again.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Well, if they got a favorite play, Kevin, it might be time to break it out. 0 of 4 to start it.
Here's Booker, and it's blocked.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Yeah, Ball just really good at running in transition, smart at knowing where to spread to in the open floor.
And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you want from an elite point guard.
Well, 1 make and 6 attempts. I think it's fair to say he's had a rough start to this quarter.
Ingram dishes to Williamson. Here's Favors. Pass the ball. Williamson with it. He's got 6, 4 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got the lead up to 5 now for the Pelicans.
And Ball showing some killer instinct there. A solid athlete who knows how to score through contact.
Hangs in the air, and there's the nice layup by Johnson.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
And there's the call on DeAndre. That is his first foul of the game. Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. Rubio against Ball. Out to Ingram. Favors against Ayton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league is going.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Ingram passes to Hayes. Favors trying to break free. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Booker with no one around. It's good from long range. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
Another night where Booker can prove to us how dynamic a scorer he can be.
Holiday, the pass to Favors. Oh, that's blocked. Ingram outside. Pass the ball. Out to the right wing. Here's Hayes, and it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Soft leaner with no one there to contest. Probably made it a little more difficult than he had to.
Rubio, the pass to Booker. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
Catching and shooting with confidence. Devin Booker letting it fly.
Pass to Hayes. Ingram outside. Kicks the ball. Here's Favors. Lays it up off the glass. Favors got the game tied up here for New Orleans.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D-thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Booker, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
To the middle, here's Redick. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again, and Make sure they got it right before we go to the... And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We come back right after this. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Ball, 2 points, that one goes. Ball's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Pelicans. Here's Ayton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take it. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
Redick against Booker. Now here's Ingram. D right on him. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Unloads from 13. No good on that one. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And Saric kicks to Bridges. The pass to Rubio. The high post shot. And good. He nails it. And the Suns lead by 2. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. To the inside. Here's Williamson. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Saric. But tried by Booker. And they pick up 2. Booker's got 11 points here in just the second half.
Not everything fell for him in that first half, and now it looks like they're beginning to hit their stride.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 6-point Phoenix lead.
Booker with quickness in transition. A guy with that kind of shot getting loose out in the break, that could be trouble.
Poked away. And here is Bridges. Rubio with a wide open look. Here's Ayton. Saric dishes to Rubio. Booker. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
And the dunk by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. No good from Booker.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip.
The offensive rebound. Here's Williamson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Saric.
An absolute beast in close. Once Williamson has this kind of positioning, you pretty much have to foul.
Johnson, he's checked in for Saric. New Orleans also making some changes. Favors comes in for Hayes. And it's Holiday in for J.J. Redick. Ball against Rubio. Booker outside. Goes back up. And that one's good, Ayton. And the Suns lead by 5.
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason.
And here's Ingram from the arc. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. That one falls. Bridges has got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And Holiday kicks to Favors. Shoots over Ayton. Unloads from 9. And it's Favors that time on the assist from Williamson.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Johnson finds Rubio. Booker against Holiday. takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Yeah, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Williamson, the pass to Holiday. Ingram with it. Now guarded by Booker. Outside Holiday. Good! And now they trail by just 4.
That's the kind of player Holiday is, craving the opportunity to be the man in that situation.
And Rubio kicks to Booker. Let's go. And that one hits back iron.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the Heat.
And there's Favors putting it right back in. And now just a 2-point Suns lead.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clocking game. Yes!
You remember that one. Guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, Greg, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Ayton dishes to Rubio. Passes to Bridges. He kicks to Booker. The 3 connects from 3-point range. Now it's a 7-point Suns lead.
It just lights out in terms of his scoring. Devin Booker's calling card.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
So the Suns win it. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on. But let's...
unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K all the time. You act.
Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this DA. They are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out west. The season nearly complete. You look at the Thunder. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, the Pelicans. They're down there in the 10th spot.
And, you know, for the Thunder, this season has been, it's been solid. But they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
I don't think they played their best basketball. So if things do come together for them before the end of the regular season, look out.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the small forward spot. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the point guard. Here's Ingram following the basket by Chris Paul. Ball feeling it out a bit. 6 to shoot. Holiday dishes the ball. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Steven Adams picks one up. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball. Traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Beautiful form on that shot. Chris Paul, one of those superstars who continually refines his game.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Count the basket. Williamson's got his second bucket tonight.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
So Favors will bring it up for New Orleans. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
The Pelicans have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for it to start off this game. Here's Holiday. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
A lot of enthusiasm to the start of this game. So far, a perfect 4 for 4.
The pass to Paul. Here's Dort. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. The drive by Paul. Reverses. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 3. Ingram passes to Williamson. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Williamson's got his 3rd basket of the night. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Out to Gallinari to stop the run. The shot that time, not on target. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
The Pelicans, they are committed to New Orleans. Some have speculated they'd be a candidate to move to the Seattle market. Organization-wise, they have said they're not going anywhere.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Here's the break. Dort passes to Gallinari. Passes it to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist from Gallinari. Paul's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Thunder. And when the new GM took over basketball operations, he said ownership's commitment was a big factor.
They have said all the right things. Sometimes teams in the South can struggle with attendance. The Pelicans have made it clear they want to win right here in New Orleans.
So it's the Thunder now. The Pelicans make their last shot. Back to Gallinari. Wide open look. It's not going to go for him.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Now here's Ball. Defense is right there. Here's Favors, and Derek Favors with the slam.
Derek Favors with tremendous mobility for a player his size.
Paul against Ball. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
The Thunder shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
We've seen them put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Here's Hart. Here's Williamson, and the rejection by Noel. Here's Schroeder, banked in off the glass.
A blur in the open court. Schroeder covers ground in a hurry.
Here's Hart, got it up. And he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time? Back to the action after this word. Chris Ball talks about the matchups he faces at the
toughest position in the NBA night.
And CP3, one of the most competitive players in the game.
It's an obsession with him, and you can see how hard he gets after it every time he takes the court.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
And that's really hard on a defense, having to play deeper into the clock and having to cover a lot more ground.
They've got J.J. Redick. He's out there with Jackson. Hart is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the 4 spot. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Ferguson kicks it over to Schroeder. Off target from outside. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Pelicans. Leading by 5. Greg last season, Dennis Schroeder transitioning to more of a 6-man role with the Thunder.
And for his first go at that role, I thought Schroeder looked really good. He's always been able to score and create, and coming off the bench might be the best spot for him.
Pass to Noel. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Here's Ferguson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Shoots. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Paul George and the Los Angeles Clippers.
And for that game against the Spurs, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best. They are just killing them on the interior.
Schroeder kicks to Ferguson. And Muscala has it in the corner. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
Spacing and ball movement. We hear coaches talk about those two elements all the time.
Back to Jackson. Thunder with the rebound. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Yep, that one goes in there.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open band.
Last outing for the Pelicans, it was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. To the paint, and stolen by Noel. That's to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
But the truth is, those type of plays are going to happen. You just have to regroup mentally and get back to work.
Outside for Redick. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Here's Hart. Hayes. The shot misses, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz. Back to Schroeder. Taken away. And a fast break now for the Pelicans. Here's Jackson. No good with the layup. Under trailing by 3. The feed now to Schroeder. The layup missed.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We should take this chance now to go to the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and run down the top free throw shooters. Number 5 is J.J. Redick.
I mean, he's not going to miss many foul shots. That's for sure. He is a machine when he gets to the charity stripe.
You talk about a player who steadily improved over the course of his career. That's J.J. Redick, maximizing his potential.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Nerlens Noel. Alinari comes in for Mike Muscala. Robertson, he's checked in for Terrence Ferguson. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Diallo. Clock at 4. Robertson, the pass to Gallinari. Tries again, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Ball's checked in. Ball's checked in for Oklahoma City. Now here's Ingram, defended by Robertson. Ingram outside. Now the pass to Holiday. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. His last 10 games have been exceptional. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 9 assists, and 6 rebounds. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
Here's Gallinari, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Pelicans leading by 3. Ball kicks to Okafor. Ingram dishes to Okafor. Fires from the corner. And again, no good by New Orleans. Oklahoma City's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Gallinari outside. It's good. This game is all even. Gallinari's got 5 now.
That's a beautiful play call. Gallinari's dangerous off the catch because it allows him to get his shot in rhythm.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's tied as we head to half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He had 8 points, 2 assists.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Look at Chris Paul. What a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
Taking a look at the Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's George in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defense right on him. And Adams with the slam.
Beautiful setup by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He impacts all aspects of the game and brings leadership.
Ball, the pass to Favors. Back to Ball. Kicks it to Williamson. Now here is Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Favors can't get it to go.
Great focus on the defensive end there to contest that shot.
And this is where you would prefer to work the ball to someone else for just a better look.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Pass to George. Steve, we're seeing more and more teams turn to high motion offenses with a lot of passing, a lot of movement. What makes those systems, do you think, successful in today's game?
I think when you're in constant movement, especially with the rules where you can't grab and clutch and touch, it makes it hard for the defenders to keep guys in front of them. And it's hard to switch defensively when you have a team always in motion.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's guarded closely. Shoots from 14, and the jumper falls for him. And that's now 7 points for Gallinari.
Even though Gallinari is not a high flyer, his height helps from mid-range.
Favors makes it off the glass.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. On the wing, Holiday. Gallinari covering. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Paul dishes to Gallinari and closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws. They get Derek Favors.
Here's the thing. Gallinari's a tricky cover. 1 year, he went to the line more than 8 times a game.
A platoon swap here for New Orleans. And Smitty, one thing I like about Gallinari, he's doing more things on the court as he ages.
I totally agree. He used to be out there only to shoot, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. Still scores, but his rebounding has improved, and he's done a good job of driving and drawing fouls.
Diallo misses the layup.
I'm not sure what happened on that play. May have relaxed a little bit once he got to the rim.
And Hayes kicks to Jackson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Hart the pass to Jackson. Bangs home the trifecta. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's a shot the defense looked like it was willing to give up. Big mistake.
Count that one.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
For New Orleans, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. Tipped away. Redick passes to Melly. Here's Hart. Gallinari covering. Hart, that's good. Hart's got 10. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Gallinari down low. He kicks to Muscala. He sticks that one in from 20 feet away. Muscala's got it all tied up now for the Thunder.
Unselfish play by Gallinari, a natural-born scorer showing a willingness to facilitate.
Jackson against Schroeder. Jackson passes to Melly. That one good for 2. And the Pelicans lead by 2.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Pass to Schroeder. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Hart.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Hayes kicks to Jackson. To the right side. Pass to Melly. Feeds to Hayes. Clock is at 3. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And it's a 4-point Pelican lead.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Pelicans lead by 4. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Our 4th quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So for New Orleans right now, a lot of former Blue Devils out there. Redick, Ingram, Zion, and Okafor all on the floor. And it's Ball in at the point guard. Here's Ferguson, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
And I don't think he expected to get that good of a look. Poor communication defensively.
Redick dishes to Ingram. Back to Ball. He feeds it to Okafor. And Adams sends it back. Here's Ferguson, covered by Redick. Ingram with the steal. Jumps up. And the dunk by Williamson.
And how about the huge wingspan of Ingram, really causing the opposition a number of problems.
Robertson finds Adams. Nobody near Schroeder. Drops in the tray.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Redick passes to Okafor. Now here's Redick. Shot clock at 6. Ingram outside. Here's Williamson. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ingram with the steal. Williamson with it. Now guarded by Noel. And that one's good. Ingram.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
Shooter kicks to Ferguson. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Noel. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Ingram. Williamson with it. The pass to Ingram. Fires for 3. Williamson, the pass to Okafor. New Orleans moving the ball around. No one covered. And it's an 8-point New Orleans lead.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
And Noel kicks it over to Schroeder. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter of this one. The Thunder with another miss.
Low percentage shot from long range. Terrible decision, especially.
Oh,
yes. Goodness.
Already such a well-coordinated athlete for his size and age. Williamson bringing down the house.
Schroeder with the ball. Now defended by Williamson. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Ferguson, the pass to Noel. The feed to Robertson. Back to Noel. And they get it. And it's in there. Noel's got his first 2 points of the night. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
1:14 left in the fourth quarter. And it's Schroeder missing. And here is Okafor, and he commits the intentional foul. Derek Favors checked in for New Orleans. Holiday comes in for J.J. Redick. Pelicans leading by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Pelicans.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they just couldn't come up with an answer.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Zion Williamson.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
And so it's Gallinari with it. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Trailing here by 8. Passes it to Nader. Trying to find Schroeder. Gets it to him. Kicks it to Noel. 6 to shoot. And slam dunk by Noel.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Forced them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
An all-star, a leader, Drew Holiday can be counted on night in and night out to make a difference.
We've got 13 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Diallo the pass to Gallinari. The tray. That shot off. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickup, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. multifaceted improvements: shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
From the plains of Oklahoma. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, there's the Suns. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges, and it's Ayton in at the 5 down low. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And, guys, remember, remarkable passing the ball as well. He racked up a number of good assists.
Doris, what has impressed me about Booker is that he's put up great numbers despite not having a lot of franchise stability at the start of his career.
No doubt, Kevin. For Devin Booker, his first 4 seasons, he had 4 different head coaches. That doesn't even start to touch the roster turnover he's dealt with. Through everything he's faced, he has produced on the offensive end. You love this guy's upside.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video reviews showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The Thunder with another miss.
Well, conversions have been a problem. 0 for 4.
And the basket is good. Booker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Paul for 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Boris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Oh, yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Noel's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Chris Paul. And the Suns also making a change. Sharge has checked in.
This is a quarter he'd rather forget. This guy just can't seem to get the lid off of that bucket.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit, Greg, for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten. Wow, this defense is blanking him down the stretch, and that's certainly hurting his team's chances.
Booker looking around. Back to Ayton. Rubio the pass to Bridges. 4 on the shot clock. No good from Booker.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Well, coaches love seeing this from Dennis Schroeder. Recognize the situation, find the open teammate.
Booker outside. Three-pointer. And it's Noel with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 10. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Saric outside. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end, Greg. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
Schroeder outside. Bridges against Gallinari. Adams wide open. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. A drive by Booker. Lays it up off the glass. Booker's got 10.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Phoenix Suns. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We've got more in store for you.
It's been a sort of long relationship.
And you see that a lot nowadays. Star players developing friendships and GA spending time with each other off the floor.
Yeah, some people hate it because they want that bad blood you used to see, but no reason you have to hate someone to really compete against them.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, the Suns pretty much in control here.
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Aaron Baines out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Carter. Then there's Saric, and it's Jerome in at point guard. Nobody near Schroeder, and the 3 off target.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Kaminsky. In close, he hits it. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 14 now for Phoenix.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
I think the player...
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's Schroeder with the drive. Up and in on the layup.
Wow, look at the way the big man, Noel, set up his guys, puts the pass in the perfect position, easy shot.
Carter outside. Off target from three-point range. Thunder trailing by 14. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Suns.
All right, a chance to see stats for Dennis Schroeder. How the second half of the season has shaped up for him. He's right around 17 points a night, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
Pass to Noel. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City. And a look now at the big men that have been spending some time outside lately. The top three-point shooters among centers and power forwards since the All-Star break. The fourth spot held by Dario Saric.
And the value of having a big man who can do what these guys can is that they draw bigger defenders out of the paint. You have to stay with them wherever they go.
You know, and that causes all sorts of matchup problems for an opponent. Just the threat of one of them getting hot from three-point range affects the defensive game plan.
Down low, it's tipped. Johnson, the pass to Kaminsky. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Kaminsky's got his second basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Out left to the wing. Ferguson for three. Sinks the three-pointer.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
And the first few seasons in the NBA, not an easy time for Terrence Ferguson. Young wings have their ups and downs, but the franchise still very much believes in his talent.
Pass to Jerome. Over Paul. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Jerome's got his second basket of the night.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Robertson kicks to Ferguson. To the wing on the left. Paul, right side. Dishes it to Robertson. A three ball. No good on the shot. The Suns go the other way with it. And with Ferguson, the fans can be hard on him. They're expecting more. But Greg, it's going to take time for him.
You know, Ferguson has already made big strides with his defense. The shot and consistency will come, but the fans will have to be patient with him.
Johnson right side. Carter outside. Beyond the arc. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Inside. Here's Muscala. Baines with the block. And they'll keep possession. Ferguson, the pass to Muscala. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder trailing by 20. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Paul for three. Goes back up. Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Boy, the strength and the activity of Steven Adams makes him a force on the backboards.
Rubio against Paul. Rubio with it. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Suns lead by 20.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Up in time. He can't get that one. And so it's Phoenix. Control. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Devin Booker had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points and 1 rebound.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. But kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Chris Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3 spot. Here's Booker, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
That's his first
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
Whistle blows, basket is good, so a chance here for a three-point play.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. But one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
Paul surveying the floor. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Booker dishes to Johnson. Got a piece of it.
Boy, that makes him 0 for 3 to start the second half. Not the start you were hoping for here.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
Here's Paul. Connects in the foul line jumper. Paul's got his first points of the night.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket. Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. Or as you think about the anchor of this team, Steven Adams just holds it down in the middle.
Oh, Steven Adams does so much, but it all starts on the defensive end with this guy. He takes away so much space on the interior. He is commanding on the backboards. He contests shots. Everything you could hope for, Steven Adams brings.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Diallo comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. Rubio misses. Thunder trailing by 19. Dort passes to Diallo. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. Bridges with the steal. Booker with it. Diallo's there. A nice shot by Booker.
There are few people in the league that are more scary when they start to find their rhythm than Devin Booker, and he's cooking right now.
From the arc, and that one's good. Schroeder's got 7 points in the game.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 9.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
Out to the right wing. Bridges kicks to Carter. Back to Bridges. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Shot good by Diallo.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And Doris, hard to find many arenas that have a better home court advantage than Oklahoma City.
Greg, it is the only show in Oklahoma City, and this arena gets loud. The fans come out every game. There is no doubting this is one of the best arenas in the NBA.
Schroeder dishes to Gallinari. Muscala, the pass to Diallo. From outside, off the mark. Phoenix leading by 14. On the wing, Booker. He's guarded by Diallo. And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. 1 free throw coming up. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nerlens Noel checks in for Muscala, and it's Robertson in for Ferguson. And for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky comes in for Aaron Baines, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter.
Well, the Thunder begin on the defensive end of the floor. This is a team whose formula is to force a ton of turnovers, come up with steals, get out in transition. Last year, 4th in the league in defensive rating. Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
A nice shot by Booker.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
So it's the Thunder now. 19-point game. Here's Robertson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
We're talking about a guy who's got incredible length. Nerlens Noel doing work on the glass.
Now Rubio. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. Off target. And so it's Phoenix feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And so it's Oklahoma City with it, trailing by 17. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Saric and Ayton at the 4 and the 5. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Booker outside. Saric trying to break free. The Thunder pull it in. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound in this one. Suns leading by 15. And here's Booker from the arc. They get the rebound, and Ayton stays with it.
This guy, a relentless force on the glass. DeAndre Ayton going to work and getting the putback.
The Thunder shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Here's Diallo. And a miss there on the triple. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's foul number 2 for him. Doris, you played, you've coached, you've broadcast, you've done it all in this business. How did you like to be coached when you were a player at the very top of your game?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite things were coaches who challenged me, those who would not allow me to accept the level I was currently at, those who wanted to push me and extend and expand my game. Listen, every player wants to be respected. Every player wants to feel valued. But the great ones to me, the LeBron James, the Kevin Durant's, they want to be coached hard. They want you to push them to the greatest possible level they're capable of.
Great insight. Just 5 on the clock. And the pass to Nader. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Here's Bridges. Ayton controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Suns lead by 21.
You've got to keep Ayton off the glass. A second chance opportunity, easy.
Here's Paul. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Now here's Paul. Of course, here's something kind of interesting. There's been a lot of talk about moving the draft to after free agency. What would that look like?
Well, I think talent is always going to be at a premium. So I would think if there's a guy that's the absolute definitive #1 pick, he's going #1 regardless of roster construction. But the reality is it might help those teams who maybe if they know who's on the roster, it might change the kind of draft selection they would make. So it's an interesting supposition. We'll see if the NBA moves in that direction.
Trying to get something going. The shot by Nader, no good.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing
on their faces, nothing going their way.
It's just been one of those games, and they need to find a way to turn it around before it gets completely away from them.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
The Thunder have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Paul. It's deflected.
Outstanding shot blocker. DeAndre Ayton off his feet in a hurry to send it back.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Suns.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
Really a big-time win for these guys. They've lost their first 2 games of the year to this team, so they won't be in danger of getting swept when they meet for the 4th time.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Devin Booker.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Paul goes in, plays it up and banks it in.
And oozing with confidence right now. Paul makes plays off the bounce that others can't.
And here's Rubio. Booker outside. Jacks up a 3. Again, the miss by Booker. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Paul's running. Diallo, no good. From deep three-point range, and the miss. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, an enemy.
unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements, shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right.
He's going to end it.
The Mississippi River and David. Well, what a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. So the opening lineup for the Suns. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Bridges out there with Johnson. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. And for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spot. And it's Favors in at the 5 spot. And with the playoffs ahead, some have argued for a play-in tournament, Clark, to determine the 6 through 10 seeds. What do you think of that?
An interesting concept. In theory, it certainly might allow for more teams to be engaged down the stretch. You know, with Adam Silver, he's very much interested in seeing how to make the game better in every way. So there are no sacred cows. Just because it's been done one way before doesn't mean that he's not looking at ways to change it for improvement.
And keep that fan base really interested.
Yeah, that's a big part of what's made the league as successful as it has been worldwide.
And here's Phoenix. And here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, and it seemed like he spent about half the game shooting free throws. Credit him for really taking it to the defense.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Favors finds Holiday. Back to Favors. And then Favors with the dunk.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Holiday against Booker. To the paint, taken away by Holiday. Passes it to Ingram. Williamson kicks to Ball. Holiday against Booker. Holiday, the pass to Williamson. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Rejected by Booker. And the shot is good.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 or 4 so far.
Takes the elbow jumper and drains it.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
For New Orleans, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. A whole new cast of characters for the Pelicans. 3 promising first-round picks, Greg, and the young players acquired from the Lakers and veterans like Favors and Reddick.
All of a sudden, a wealth of options for Alvin Gentry. Time will tell how they did in the AD trade, but seems like they're off to a nice start.
And here's Booker. After Zion Williamson made that last three-pointer. A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does. Seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
Favors finds Holiday. Williamson with it. Rubio with the rebound.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
Over to the wing. This one for 3. Derek Favors with the rebound. Pelicans leading by 3. And it's Ball in the corner. There's the pass to Holiday. It's Ingram on the wing. Favors dishes to Ingram. Here's Williamson, and finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And favors kicks to Ingram. Holiday against Rubio. Back to Holiday. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Here's Bridges. Up again, and Ayton stays with it.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
Ingram outside. And the shot goes in.
Defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
Ball against Rubio. From the baseline. That's good from Booker on the assist by Rubio. 6 points for Devin Booker.
His mid-range shot is very solid. I mean, for some reason, the defense let him have it.
And Derek Favors with the slam.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. Pelicans shooting their first free throw tonight. Suns trail by 6. Carter, the pass to Baines. Redick with the rebound. To the middle. Pass to Hart. From past the arc. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And that concludes the first quarter of play. New Orleans on top, leading by 6. From New Orleans, back in a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Pelicans.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
They've got J.J. Redick. He's out there with Jackson. Hart is out there with Hayes. And it's Melly in at the 4. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Sharch. Rebounded by Hart. New Orleans leading by 4. Here's Hayes. That shot off. And Phoenix will come the other way. Their last encounter was in New Orleans where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
Clearly, that was the overriding factor. A double-digit advantage on the board. They just pounded them inside.
Last outing for the New Orleans Pelicans. It was a loss to the Kings in Sacramento. Great for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Baines passes to Jerome. Sharch dishes to Carter. Clock at 6. It's rebounded by Hayes.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And it's blocked.
Like watching Sharich make his presence felt with blocks like these.
Now here's Kaminsky. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Hart. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Hart's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pelicans.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Carter right side. Puts it up. Baines. That shot no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. Losing to Sacramento. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Kaminsky. Shoots the 3. Jackson misses. Suns trail by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
Here's Baines. No good with the triple.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
And that one, good. Hart's got 6 points in the quarter.
How about that? Reddick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Now here's Kaminsky.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
It's Reddick on the wing. New Orleans moving it around. Here's Hart. Pass to Melly. Puts up a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Melly's got himself on the board with 3 there. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
And he makes the first. A platoon swap here for New Orleans. Carter hits them both. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Ingram outside. Passes it to Holiday. Now Williamson. Here's Ingram. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision making.
The pass to Carter. No good from outside.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
But they recover it. From deep, the long distance three is buried. Carter's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Pass the ball. And Ball slams it in.
And he's got great speed, Ball does, Kevin. This guy is really good at finding ways to slither through the defense.
Bridges shot, good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
So it's Phoenix now. Rubio, the pass to Ayton. Lets it go. Tips it, and Ayton stays with it. Ayton's got his second bucket.
Oh, hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, after the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They are leading by... And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. 4-point game.
The second overall pick in 2016, a lot of expectations for Brandon Ingram. If anything, he puts that pressure on himself. This is a young man that wants to be great.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson. And it's Bridges in at the 3. New Orleans leading by 4. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And Clark, they say Brandon Ingram, his own biggest critic. Does all his frustration and worry become, you think, a hindrance?
I think it can be, guys. I mean, you can't weigh yourself down with self-frustration and self-criticism because it can keep you from being your best. At the end of the day, his talent is obvious. I think he's got tremendous upside, but that piece of the mentality that he brings has to be balanced out a bit.
And there's Williamson on the assist by Ball. And that's now 9 points for Zion Williamson. Booker the pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. Here's Bridges. Tipped away. On the wing, Booker. Here's Johnson. Gets an open look and hits. Johnson's got his first basket. New Orleans in the lead. It's Ingram on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Ingram kicks to Williamson. Booker with no one around. Ball with the rebound.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Williamson, the pass to Ingram. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Ingram's got 6.
I think it's critical that Ingram's confidence continues to grow. And I think possessions like that will only help him moving forward.
Shot from 12. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Way to work the glass. Buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Williamson kicks to Holiday. New Orleans moving the ball around. Ball, the pass to Holiday. Back to Ball. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Rubio against Ball. Booker dishes to Bridges. Ayton inside. Over Favors. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
They continue to be outworked and outmuscled on the backboard.
Guys, it is not that complicated. When a shot goes up, hit and go get. That means hit your man and then go get the ball.
And New Orleans pushing it up now. And here's Ingram from the arc. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And when Ingram is left alone from deep, his eyes just light up. His shooting is just out of sight.
Rubio against Ball. For 3, Booker. Pelicans with the rebound. There's 1:40 left in the third. Out to Ingram. And it's Ball in the corner. Over Johnson. No good that time. The Suns go the other way with it. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Rubio finds Booker. Back to Rubio. Just 3 to shoot. And he banks in the layup.
And, with all due respect, hey, that's a mistake by the defense. You want to close off the lane and force Rubio to shoot from outside.
To the wing right side. Back to Holiday. Ingram outside. Pass to Holiday. Now Williamson. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. There's 48 seconds left in the third. Shot clock at 6. Reddick passes to Hayes. Here's Okafor. Passes to Hart. Kicks it to Jackson. Back to Hart. To the paint. And there's the pass to Hayes. Second shot opportunity. He lays it in. Hayes has got his first 2 points of the night.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead. Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Outside, Reddick. Pass to Hart. That will count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The third quarter comes to a close. Pelicans on top, up 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for New Orleans right now, Holiday at the 1 and Reddick at the 2. He's out there with Hart, and it's Okafor, and at the 5, roaming the paint.
Boy, Hart is one of those guys you look at and you can just see the team is first with him. Never hesitates to find the open guy.
Saric, right side. Back to Booker. Okafor grabs the miss. New Orleans leading by 7. Redick for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Redick's got 5 points in the quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
No good from Booker. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Here in the 4th quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Mark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
And stolen by Booker. And here we go. Rubio heading to the hoop.
And this is exactly something Rubio did in Europe. Agile in the open floor. Able to generate points because of it.
Holiday, the pass to Melly. And Okafor has it in the corner. New Orleans moving it around. Pass to Redick. Shot clock at 5. He kicks it to Okafor. Lets it go from deep. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Booker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one is on Holiday.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And Phoenix making a change here. Johnson's checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Outside Favors. Now Ball. Kicks to Redick. Passes it to Williamson. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Johnson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Ayton finds Booker. Now, here's Rubio. Kicks it out to Booker. Knocks down the 3 ball. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
Really taking advantage of every scoring opportunity. They've somehow found a way to make this thing exciting.
And you know what we call that, Greg? Spurt.
Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah.
What a play!
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
The pass to Rubio. 1:30 left in the 4th quarter of this one. New Orleans leading by 5. It's Ingram on the wing. Defended by Bridges. Shoots it. Favors. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Pass to Bridges. Now Ayton. He's covered by Ingram. Tries from the block. Ayton kicks to Bridges. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, their passing has been picturesque. A thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Couple that with just how well they've shot it from beyond, and they've made this thing look easy.
Drew Holiday is checked in for the Pelicans. And a change for the Suns. Baines is checked in. Ball dishes to Favors. It's Ingram on the wing. He feeds it to Holiday. Right wing. Ball, the pass to Williamson. And they'll turn over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Phoenix with the ball. Trailing by 5. Rubio taking his time here. Booker finds Rubio. Takes a shot at the elbow. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Ball. Over in the corner, Williamson. Pass to Holiday. From deep three-point range. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
This year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The start It's get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You take a look at the Thunder. If the playoffs started today, they'd hold the number 5 seed. Of course, they're looking to build on that. And, of course, there's the Pelicans, down 5 spots from them.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, this hasn't been the breakout season that many were predicting, but they're still very much in the hunt for a high postseason seed, and that will keep them focused here during the season's final stages.
Well, the goal is very defined. They have to have a strong finish to the season and make sure they get home court advantage for at least the first few rounds of the playoffs.
Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. And it's Favors in at the 5. And for the Thunder, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3, the small forward. Now here's Ingram. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Here's Williamson. 4 on the clock. New Orleans moving it around. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Brandon, looking ahead to the playoffs, when you made your first postseason appearance, were you surprised by the intensity you found once you got there?
Kevin, it was my second season. I was playing for the Clippers, so getting into the playoffs was quite miraculous on the Tona court for the organization. But the level of detail in the playoffs and intensity in the playoffs, they know everything that you're going to do. And we were playing against the Utah Jazz, which at that time...
Some pretty good players.
Yes, Karl Malone, John Stockton, Jeff Hornacek, the great Jerry Sloan as the head coach. It was a wonderful experience, but you understood that the playoffs were different. Absolutely something different in terms of the intensity and what it is that that team knew about you.
Now here's Paul, following the miss by Lonzo Ball. And Paul gets it to go in.
And for an undersized player, Chris Paul's a pretty good finisher around the rim. Certainly knows all the angles.
Ball kicks to Holiday. Pass to Williamson. Now Ingram. Knocked loose.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Outside Holiday. To the inside. Williamson. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. The Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Paul passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Dort. Paul looking around. It's blocked.
And if Williamson's in the area, you better be careful. When you aren't, he's going to stifle you on the offensive end. Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad. Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
In New Orleans, not the largest market, but a lot to like about living in the Big Easy.
Well, you just said Big Easy in New Orleans, and I saw Kevin Harlan's head whip over here because I know what he's thinking about. Food, baby.
That's right.
Food. But whether it's music, art, architecture, New Orleans has a tremendous culture.
And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's his first foul. J.J. Redick's checked in for the Pelicans. Here's Schroeder. Out to Gallinari. Pass to Noel. Schroeder, left side. 6 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Noel. Great D that time from Favors.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And the dunk by Williamson.
And the defense learned a valuable lesson there. Don't let Williamson get to that launching pad around the rim.
Now here's Schroeder. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
And the Thunder with some changes. Terrence Ferguson's checked in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hart. really had an off game against the Kings. Never really found his rhythm. Here's Ferguson. Pass to Muscala. He's looking for Diallo and finds him. Lets it go from 11, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. New Orleans leading by 3. Outside, Redick. Inside. The shot's good from Hayes.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Schroeder. No points in the game yet for him. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for. Around 80% on the season.
Down low, here's Melly. There's the pass to Redick. And here's Hayes. Outside, Redick. He gets it up. And that does it for the first quarter. Pelicans. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student.
The steals thing is.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Guys, what stands out to you from the Pelicans in this one?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Diallo out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Nerlens Noel. Then it's Mike Muscala. And it's Ferguson in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
This is when you start to talk about Redick not just always looking for offense, clearly looking for teammates there.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And you watch Dennis Schroeder, you can see how deadly Brent he can be when he's locked in.
Well, he accepted the role in Oklahoma City about coming off the bench and trying to be a spark plug for Schroeder. It's really about consistency, Kevin.
Now here's Redick. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Okafor is checked in for Hayes. Last outing for the Pelicans. It was a loss to the Kings. Here's Schroeder, and it's good for 2.
Schroeder playing with some tenacity in this one. He is not letting the defense dictate where it is that he's going, and he's scoring through contact.
Here's Melly, 11 points last game. Back to Hart. Bounce pass for Okafor. Melly passes to Redick. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he comes up with the deuce.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of one.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They'll be off next to Utah for a meeting with the Jazz. That will be the 4th of the string of 5 played on the road.
And for all the scoring and shooting that J.J. Redick does, showing right there why he's an underrated passer.
Pass to Gallinari. Lots of room. The putback, it's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Redick passes to Okafor. Back to Redick. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. He kicks it to Jackson. Pass to Okafor. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. And it's Melly missing. Oklahoma City trailing. Here's Gallinari. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
Here's Williamson. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
Passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Robertson with it. Lets it go with a 3. Adams down low. Covered by Okafor. Gallinari outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Gallinari's got 5.
And he's really mastered the catch and shoot as defenses try to close out. Hard to guard.
The pass to Williamson. He dishes it to Okafor. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Pass to Robertson. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Okafor. And Adams sends it back.
Well, Steven Adams is very much capable of anchoring a defense right there in a great spot to get the block.
Muscala, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Terrence Ferguson comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And a change for the Pelicans. Hayes, he's checked in for Jahlil Okafor. 43 seconds left in the first half. And it's Paul penetrating. That one doesn't go. So the Pelicans will take it the other way.
Well, Steven Adams always working the offensive glass, strong and aggressive in there, and gets that second chance hoop.
Now here's Williamson. He's covered by Muscala. For the 3. And the Pelicans miss again. The Thunder with the lead. The drive by Paul. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
Some of the success to Chris Paul being able to drive has to do with his devastating mid-range game. He makes the defense play him honestly everywhere on the floor.
Ingram passes to Williamson. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Thunder.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball. A competitive matchup for Oklahoma City in the first quarter. They only had a couple rough and
if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Zion Williamson with a strong contribution so far, guys, in this one.
Yeah, and early on, he has been feasting in the paint, and you have to think they're going to keep feeding the big fella.
Oh, man, pouring it on right now, and why wouldn't you?
Setting the 4 now for the Pelicans. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. And it's Ball in at the 5. Outside Holiday. Pass to Williamson. Wide open. Count that one. Williamson's got 9. Brent, the league's been trying to clean up some of the physicality that we see, some of the jawing, but there are some players that do a great job of nonetheless getting under an opponent's skin.
I don't think, Kevin, over the past couple years, we would deem the NBA as being more physical than at any other time. Would we say that?
I think that's fair.
We would never say that. But there are still irritants in the game. And the reason why those guys do that is because that's their competitive advantage. And that's the way the league is always going to operate. There are going to be guys out there who are going to use either their intellect to get inside your head or do things on a physical level that are going to cause you to think about what it is you're doing on the floor. And when you find those guys, they're really interesting players to watch. You're not going to replicate their shooting form, Kevin. But in terms of sometimes their approach, there are things that you might be able to learn from a Draymond Green or a Marcus Smart.
There's no doubt. The shot's good from Paul.
Just sticking with the play, Chris Paul there, determined to make something happen, maintains his focus all the way through that one.
Ball, the pass to Favors. Back to Ball. Outside Favors. Feeds it to Williamson. Again, the Pelicans score.
Well, the talk at halftime must have been a good one. Right now, 3 straight buckets to start the quarter.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Paul kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Paul. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder with some changes. Nerlens Noel comes in for Gallinari. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Paul. New Orleans also making some changes. Hart, he's checked in for Ingram. Reddick comes in for Drew Holiday. And it's Jackson in for Ball. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime.
And every season, the Thunder continue to be one of the more dominating teams on the glass.
Just wonder how much Steven Adams has been the catalyst for that kind of mentality. We know that offensively he's always in there to grab rebounds, but it's part of what they know is important in any possession is collecting the ball.
Schroeder dishes to Noel. Here's Dort. Offensive rebound, and it's Adams on the follow.
And that is one of Steven Adams' specialties. If you fail to put a body on him, he'll put you in the rim.
Up again. The rebound by Steven Adams. And Adams has got the ball here for the Thunder. Dort passes to Schroeder. A minute 50 left in the third quarter of the game. Adams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the three-point shot. Now it's a 3-point Oklahoma City lead.
Proving more and more he's trying to be more effective from the three-point line as Gilgeous-Alexander collects a bucket.
Jackson passes to Favors. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Bradley Beal and the Washington Wizards.
And for that game against the Hawks, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
6 on the shot clock. Back to Gallinari. Here's Dort. Misses the 3.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming, Kevin.
Hayes, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Al Paul. He has 6. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession. Pelicans trail by 3. 30 seconds left in the third. The feed to Reddick. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And it's Paul penetrating. Stolen by Ball. Here's Hart. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
And Ball sets up his teammates, and when they're open, quick to whip it around. One of the best ball movers in the league.
Paul with the ball. It'll count. And no good on the last second attempt this time. We're at the end of... And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, Greg, is peripheral vision.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. They've got Noel. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Robertson. And it's Nader in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Ball against ball. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
And the Thunder making a change here. Diallo's checked in. Holiday, the pass to Okafor. Ball against ball. And it's Paul missing. The Pelicans trail. Here's Ingram. Makes it off the glass. Ingram's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for New Orleans.
Gotta see Ingram get going down low. Just another dimension of his game that he continues to develop.
Dort passes to Paul. Shoots over ball. And it's off the back rim. No good. The Pelicans shooting well. 50% from the floor. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a change here. Schroeder's checked in. The Pelicans also changing it up. Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. And Williamson subbed in for Hayes. Paul against ball. Kicks to Ingram. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans moving the ball around. And now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball. Dort passes to Gallinari. And it's Williamson with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
Paul against ball. Paul left side. Lets it go from 11. And there's Gallinari on the assist by Paul. And it's 7 points for Gallinari. New Orleans in the lead. Got a piece of it. And Favors kicks to ball. Passes it to Williamson. Adams, some nice D.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. Big time shot from Gallinari. This is why he's one of the leaders of the team.
Holiday dishes to Ingram. The pass to Favors. Back to Ingram. Now here's Williamson. He's tightly guarded. Here's Favors. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Pelicans lead by 1. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Here's Adams. It's tipped. On the wing, Holiday. He's guarded by Schroeder. Ball against ball. He kicks it to Holiday. Back to ball. Now the dish to Holiday. Pass to ball. Takes the 3. The Thunder pull it in. Gallinari's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Back to Ingram. Over to the left wing. To the inside. Gallinari with the steal. Here's Dort. He's covered by Ingram. Gallinari surveying the D. The drive by Schroeder. Misses from close range. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Lobs it up for Holiday. Count it!
And the outcome on the line, Holiday comes through with a crucial bucket there.
Paul for 3. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
And how about the focus of Ingram? Not getting overtaken by the heat of the moment, nailing the shot in the face of the defender.
Ball against Paul. Ball, the pass to Favors. To the left wing. Ball kicks to Holiday. Pass to Ingram. Here's Williamson. Again, the Pelicans score.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20, and first looks at what's coming up in my team.
An air of confidence to the Suns as they arrived earlier. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And checking out Phoenix. They're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And when I look at Oklahoma City, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Paul. And it's Dort in at the 3. And for Phoenix, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Bridges. And it's Ayton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
Here's Adams, pass to Dort. Here's Gallinari, banked in off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And so here is Oklahoma City. Devin Booker missing his last shot.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
To the paint, here's Johnson. And that one is off. Some solid defense from Gallinari. Inside, here's Dort. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And you got to love how Paul sees the whole court so well. Maybe the best quality for a point guard to have. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. He kicks it to Adams. Gallinari left side over Johnson. And it's Gallinari missing.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Late in the season, Doris, and some teams now are not going to be in the postseason. They're out of the playoffs and are giving more time. You talked about this earlier, giving more time to their young players to develop.
Well, there is nothing more beneficial to a young player than real-time NBA experience. So when you're out of the playoffs, those young guys start to get more and more minutes. They'll give those young guys more and more responsibility on the offensive and defensive end. And there's no greater teacher than giving NBA reps to guys who you think can be a key part of your future.
It's so fun for us as the fans and people that cover the league to get a glimpse of the future, what these teams, what these individual players could be like. And that one drops for him.
Well, DeAndre Ayton should own the paint. Nice touch there.
Gallinari outside. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Count it. The Suns trailing. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
Boy, that's the vision and ability to deliver precise passes. Rubio completely on point.
And it's Paul with the ball for Oklahoma City. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Adams, the pass to Noel. Gallinari surveying the D. And the three ball is good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Off target with his three. The Thunder leading by 3. Paul outside. 58 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pulls up on the wing, and it's good for 2.
Yeah, what you like about Paul in the pick and roll, not just excellent timing with the pass, but the placement. It's always where it needs to be for the finish. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Thunder have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. 40 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. On deep. Paul's shot is off.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
5 to shoot. Here's Gallinari. Here's Adams. Kicks it out to Paul. Launches a 3. Again, the miss by Paul. Booker looking around. Danilo Gallinari. He is feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Oklahoma City Thunder. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Back right after this. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. What stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
They've got Frank Kaminsky. He's out there with Aaron Baines. Johnson is out there with Carter. And it's Jerome in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. Now here's Diallo. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, you look at the Suns going forward. They have got to believe a big part of the puzzle is DeAndre Ayton. This guy was the #1 overall pick in last year's draft. Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Ferguson for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. It's deflected. Now here's Kaminsky. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Shot from the low block, and he makes that one. Kaminsky's got the lead up to 2 now for the Suns. Doris Ayton, a terrific rebounder. He can score in the paint, and of course, he is still improving.
Yeah, what you like about DeAndre Ayton, Kev, is he doesn't just rely on his God-given talent. This guy knows he needs to be more consistent with the jumper, improve his overall defensive awareness, but this guy is willing to put in the work to become a complete and great NBA player.
Shot good by Diallo.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Passes it to Kaminsky. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Johnson finds Carter. Back to Johnson. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Johnson.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
They get it back. Noel dishes to Schroeder.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. From deep, like at 6, Phoenix grabs the miss. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And coming into that one, looking to be competitive, but the disparity in talent, just too great.
You had the sense, Greg, that they expected that result. Once they dug themselves into a hole, I thought they let go of the rope.
A nice shot by Carter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Thunder trailing by 6. You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
Here is Carter after Oklahoma City gets the 3. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Suns have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Doris, such an honor to be on this with you. And you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst, breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question.
And hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
There's 53 seconds left to play here in the half. Booker outside. Phoenix, no good that time either. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Here's Adams, and it's all evened up.
How about the mobility for a 7-footer that Steven Adams has? Just outstanding sprinting the floor.
On the wing, Booker to the left side wing. Sharge finds Booker. Here's Baines. Kicks it out to Booker. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Here's Schroeder. And that one released in time, but no good. Back to the end.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Gallinari, what a contribution.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for Oklahoma City right now, Gallinari and Adams, the combo out front. Chris Paul is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Dort in at the small forward position. Here's Adams, following the basket by DeAndre Ayton. Back to Paul. Out to Gallinari, pass to Dort. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Paul's shot is off. The Suns leading. You know, Greg, for the Thunder fans, hard to see their star power dwindle, but they got a lot in return.
Yeah, but the Thunder were capped out. Hadn't made it past the first round in 3 years. And in exchange for Paul George, they got one of the richest trade packages in league history.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Thunder. Paul for 3. The shot will not fall. So Phoenix will take it the other way. Booker the pass to Johnson. Drops in the layup for 2. Now it's a 6-point Suns lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Paul outside. Lets it fly. Green for 2 points. Suns leading by 4. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. Those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. Some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you. A different look for Oklahoma City. Noel's checked in for Adams. Muscala comes in for Gallinari. And Diallo subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jerome. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. over Diallo. And the Suns miss again.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
Here's Rubio, and the shot goes in. Rubio's got 6 points.
Tell you what makes Rubio really tough on the drive. He's practically ambidextrous.
Diallo the pass to Paul. And here is Muscala. Pass to Diallo. Just 5 to shoot. Now the pass to Ferguson. No good on the 3. Johnson outside. Rubio with it. He's picked up by Paul. Noel against Ayton. Passes it to Jerome. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 8. Ferguson the pass to Muscala. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Now here's Diallo. Not a lot of room. Kicks it to Muscala from deep 3-point range. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Saric.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Andre Robertson comes in for Terrence Ferguson, and Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Chris Paul. Now here's Diallo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And for the Thunder, a lot of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking.
Here's Baines. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Carter outside. He kicks to Kaminsky. Shot clock at 5. Carter dishes to Saric. Shoots over Schroeder. Rebound by Muscala. Thunder trailing by 6. Noel passes to Dort. Back to Noel from 18 feet away. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Well, Nerlens Noel adding to his offensive repertoire. Soft-looking jumper from the big man.
Now Rubio. 6 points for him. Carter on the wing. Here's Saric. Phoenix no good that time either. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Suns on top, up 4. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. Let's take a listen to a recent huddle from Coach Billy Donovan.
We know the right way and the wrong way to...
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Bridges and Saric make up the forwards. Booker out there with Carter, and it's Baines in at the 5. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. And Gallinari kicks it over to Schroeder. Adams outside. Here's Robertson. Buries the long-range jumper. Robertson's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Oklahoma City. Carter, the pass to Booker. Over Robertson. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Suns. It's a 1-point game.
There is a heart and passion that Saric brings to the game every night. Good job initiating contact.
And the Suns making a change here. Rubio's checked in. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Andre Robertson. Here's Schroeder. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Down low. Adams, the pass to Dort. Takes it from 10. Rebound by the Suns. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Rubio, good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 3 assists tonight.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Dort. Defended by Bridges. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Out to Gallinari. Fires the 3, and it's denied.
Oh, Dario Saric sends it back. Go ahead, sir.
Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Thunder. Suns leading by 6. Rubio dishes to Booker. Over Paul. And the Suns miss again.
Well, this is the night you look at your teammates and tap them on the back and say, good job, because for him, he's been struggling all night.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Diallo's checked in. That one misses. Of course, Adams a terrific player on the floor. But you know what? He's a great teammate as well. They always talk about the great chemistry he brings to the Thunder.
And anyone who's had a conversation with Steven Adams knows he is quite a character. This guy is so easygoing. He's fun. I think he brings a great vibe to the locker room.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Well, you've got to earn trust and equity by making shots. Nice delivery there.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Paul. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Gallinari. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 4th rebound in this one. Booker the pass to Bridges. Back to Ayton. The dish to Booker. Pass to Rubio. 6 to shoot. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Bridges. Sinks the 15-footer. Bridges has got his first points in this one. 1:53 left to play here in the 4th. Paul surveying the floor. Gallinari outside. Takes the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Bridges. The shot from the low post is good. Bridges has got the lead up to 9 now for the Suns.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Diallo with it. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Diallo. Now the feed to Adams. And Adams with the slam.
Make no mistake, an intimidating 7-footer. Steven Adams gets the space he needs and finishes with ease.
Booker outside. Pulls up. Gallinari with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
Calm, cool, collected under pressure. Steven Adams, no problem.
Here is Rubio. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Rubio against Paul. And here's Rubio. It's deflected, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Rubio. .23 seconds left in the 4th. Paul for 3. It counts, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Hey, Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
You had to foul, and on that occasion, to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
Sometimes picking after number 10 is just fine. The 13th pick in 2016, Devin Booker, one of the brightest young guards in the NBA today.
Deflects the pass and stolen by Booker. Fires the three. Off on that one. And so it's Phoenix who's straight by with the win. It was up for grabs, right?